What's up everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am going to quickly walk you through my skincare routine. This is my Color Control cleanser from Beauty Counter. I'm using a sample size because I ran out of the actual bottle. I love this stuff. If you have oily skin, I highly recommend. Once I'm done, I just pat my skin dry with a paper towel and then go in with this toner, which I get from Amazon or Target. Just use a cotton ball and just rub that all over my face and my neck. If you guys are interested in a more descriptive video, let me know and I can make that. So once I'm done with that, just go into my sunscreen. Put that all over my face and my neck as well. I've been using Mario Badescu for a while, but I will make that switch to Clean Beauty eventually once that bottle is done. And then once that's over, I'm going to go in with my Quarter Bomb, which I also get from Amazon. And that's it. That's my skincare routine. Pretty fast, pretty simple, and this is it.
Okay, so what you guys just saw was my morning skincare routine. I haven't put on anything since. So all I have is moisturizer, and the only thing I did was my lashes, but other than that, this is my bare skin. I also wanted to mention that I am not a professional. I am not a dermatologist, so please take any and everything from this video at your own discretion, please. So before I get into my skincare journey, I want to talk about my skin itself. I have oily skin, like 100% oily skin, you know. Like back in the day, like I don't really experience it now, but back in the day I would just do this and it'd be like grease. Okay, like I could fry an egg with the oil on my skin. So I had like super oily skin, and I experienced acne just on my face, so no chest or back or body acne, just face acne. I started to notice it when I was 15 in high school, where I would get like just a pimple here, a pimple there, and sometimes like a few ones in like groups, but it wasn't bad. Like, you know how if you just think of like your average preteen movie where there's that one kid who has hella acne, like that wasn't me in high school. That didn't happen to me till like college, like the worst time that could happen to you. So in high school it was like not that big of a deal. It's just puberty, it's just high school, it's whatever. I didn't really care about my appearance really. Like I was just such a tomboy, I didn't really care. But I did try to have it under control, and I tried Neutrogena, I tried Clean and Clear, all those, like the whole Walmart skincare section. I did that. I did that many times, and it got me like absolutely nowhere. So finally when I got to college, my acne also just started kind of like picking up, and I decided to see a dermatologist. My dermatologist at the time recommended all the basic things that they recommend to you: doxycycline, tretinoin, like a bunch of creams and things like that, and none of those worked for me. It was then that I learned that I had cystic acne, and it was a lot deeper than stress or what I'm eating or makeup or things like that, although those things also contributed to my breakouts. So basically this is what I was experiencing in college. This is how my skin looked like in college, and it just progressively got worse. I would have a breakout and then it'd go away, and then I'd have another breakout and then it'd go away, but every time it went away it would leave scars. So it got to a point where my skin, like I was getting breakouts on top of my scars, and there was just like a lot of scarring, a lot of dark spots. Like I'm sure you can still see some of it in my face. It's not all the way gone, but honey, it was a lot. It was a lot. Like I think it was after college. It was in 2016 that I probably got to like my peak point of I can't take this anymore. And I just had like acne on top of acne on top of scars, and it was really just starting to get to me. I got kind of tired of having to deal with that and to explain that to anybody who's like, have you tried cutting out protein? And I'm like, sir, ma'am, like no, it's not that. And I want to make a disclaimer: if you know somebody with acne, don't be that person who's like, have you tried? Unless you have some kind of degree or some kind of background. Sorry, had to wait for that muscle car to get out of the garage. But yeah, so it's just really rude and inconsiderate to approach someone who has like major breakouts and try to offer solutions if you don't have any background or expertise in it. Even me, in my experience with acne, I could never walk up to someone and recommend something, because acne is something that is so personal to the person. It has a lot to do with your routine, it has a lot to do with your genetics, it has a lot to do with your skin type. Like, even going through what I've gone through with my skin, like, I don't feel qualified enough to recommend anything to anybody else. So yeah, just don't be that person who asks people like, maybe try cutting out dairy. Like, don't do that, that's rude. But anyways, I don't even know where I was in the story. Where was I? Yeah, I would be embarrassed to take photos, and I would feel people looking at my acne, and it just really started to hurt my confidence. So after college, I decided to see a dermatologist. So Accutane is last resort for a lot of dermatologists, especially for their female patients. They will probably give you everything else before they give you that, because it's a very high risk medicine. One of the major things with Accutane is that you can't get pregnant while you're on the medicine. So you have to use 2 forms of birth control, and you have to get monthly pregnancy tests, and they're very strict and follow up with that. So the pregnancy test, you have to go into the doctor's office and get tested monthly. At least that's how my dermatologists do it, or how we do it here in the state. I would assume it's everywhere. But yeah, so you have to get monthly pregnancy tests at the doctor's office. They draw your blood. This is not a stick thing, okay? Like, they draw your blood. They have to be 100% sure that you are not pregnant. And it has some serious effects for the baby if you do get pregnant. It also has some side effects. The biggest one for me was probably dry skin. Like, it really like dries your skin out. What you guys saw actually in my morning routine was my Cortibomb, which is the lip balm that I use, is the only thing that will hydrate my lips. It's because it has hydrocortisone. I think that's how you say it. And I'm wearing it right now, but it's the only thing that will like moisturize my lips. Otherwise my lips are like cut up and just completely dry. So anyways, I started Accutane back then, and I think it was 2017, and it helped me tremendously. And then when I moved to LA, I think I was probably like 6 months, I don't know, like I was a few months into Accutane, and when I got here I was like, oh, my skin is clear, I don't need to continue to do this. So I stopped taking my medicine, and like a few months later my acne came back. So when it came back, I dealt with it for a while, and I was like, you know what, I cannot deal with this for the rest of my life. So I went to the dermatologist last year and got back on Accutane. So I'm on my 2nd round of Accutane. My doctor explained to me that it probably came back just because I didn't finish my dosage. So Accutane is a lot like an antibiotic. Like, you have to take it until you're done, even though you're seeing positive results. Like antibiotics, like even though you're feeling better, like you still have to take them. So it's the same thing for Accutane, where you have to take it until you're done with your dosage, even though your skin looks better. So I am towards the end. I am like a week. Am I a week? Yeah, I have like exactly a week, or maybe 6 days left in my Accutane package, and hopefully I am done for good with this. It's literally the only thing that has worked for me, and I want to just like really emphasize that my acne problems were, first of all, they lasted, by the time I got onto my 2nd dosage, it was like 9 years. So I really had like cystic acne for like 10 years before I got into my acne medicine the 2nd time. Anyway, it's something that I struggled with for like a really long time, and it was a lot deeper than my diet. It was a lot deeper than like anything else. So it was pretty serious, and that's how I got to Accutane, and it ended up working wonders for me. Like I said, the biggest side effects for me were dry skin, and it also have like, some people experience depression on it. I've heard from some people that it's really, really major, but for me it has been it hasn't been that bad. But that is also another side effect of the medicine. Other than that, so I want to kind of show you guys what my skin looked like. Probably this was around college when it started getting really bad, to a little bit after college, and right before I started Accutane, and then now, which is kind of what you saw earlier on and what you're looking at right now. One of the things that I learned is to choose a foaming cleanser. So the cleanser that I used in my video, it comes out as a gel, but if you notice, like once you put it on your face, it foams up. So you want to choose a foaming cleanser. You want at least one of your cleansers, whether it's the morning or the night cleanser, to have, I can never say this, salicylic acid. Of course, you want to always stay hydrated. That is major key. So make sure you're drinking enough water. In that stance, you also want to make sure that you are eating right. If you're eating oily, greasy foods all the time, your skin might reflect that. So you want to make sure that you're eating foods that are rich in antioxidants and you're really nourishing your body, because the outside is a lot of times a reflection of what you're putting on the inside. So you want to make sure your diet is clean, and that you're putting those nutrients in your body. Another thing is probably taking off your makeup. Like, I remember that in college, I hated taking off my makeup. I hated it. Like, I would come back in after a night and just like go to sleep. On a good night, just one wipe of makeup wipes, and I'm done. But nowadays it's like I can't sleep in makeup. Like, it has to come off. So especially if you have oily skin, that should be a problem. Sorry, my camera died. But yeah, so you want to make sure you are taking off your makeup. The other hack or trick that I learned was to switch from cotton pillowcases to satin or silk. It's just like satin and silk is it's cleaner, it's more hygienic. Is that how you say it? Yeah, it's just better hygiene for your skin. The other thing that I used to avoid, and you definitely shouldn't, is moisturizing your skin. So I used to think because I had oily skin, I didn't need to moisturize because it was a self-moisturizing face, okay? It would just moisturize itself. So I didn't see the point to moisturize, but even if you have oily skin, you should definitely still be moisturizing your face. So those are my main tips, or my things that I've learned basically throughout caring for my skin. If you guys would like to see a more detailed skincare routine for the morning and the night, and the products that I use and why I use them and all those things, I can make that video. Just give this video a like.